Hi guys, a bit of a different one today. I've noticed when I'm looking through all my videos at the moment, they tend to be pickups or reviews, and I don't normally just talk about games, and that's what this video is going to be about. I've got a few things on my mind, and I'm going to try and keep it under 10 minutes because I know anything longer than that sometimes people start to get bored. So before I start, I've got two thank yous to say. One is for, let me just check, Dog Chiper 91. I've probably said that really bad, and if so I apologise, but link will be along the bottom. And it's just that he gave me a shout out the other day, and I've only just pushed past my 100 sub mark, and after that shout out, along with somebody else who I'll shout out in a minute, it's pushed me very close to 200, so within the next week it looks like I'll be doing another giveaway. So absolutely spot on for doing that, mate. That's you would be surprised how many people it's actually thrown my way, so thank you very much for doing that, dude. The other thing is, I've got to say thank you for, this person's already given me a shout out, but they deserve a special thank you, because I received, obviously as you can tell, I've got my new PlayStation 1, and I received that in the post. And this is from the Geebs24, and I knew she was going to be sending me some controllers because obviously I gave her my address, but I didn't expect them to be the analogue ones. I expected it to be the old classic PlayStation 1 controllers. I thought, oh sweet, at least when my mates come around I've got something to play with. But I was just shocked at actually receiving two quality controllers, and you really didn't need to go as far as to send in them, just the two classic ones would have done, so really do appreciate you doing that. And if you've not seen her channel, definitely go and check it out, and again I'll put that along the bottom. So Gemma, thank you very much for doing that, it really is appreciated, and I've got your address now, so I shall be sorting you something out soon. But moving on, today I came back from work and found out that Jo had been to Playtime, the local retro shop, and she brought me a game, and that is Gran Turismo 2, and it was in mint condition up until about 2 hours ago when I got my hands on it. And as soon as I walked in, she just says, oh, I've just brought you this. Oh, another bit just fell off actually. She just caught me and says, oh, I've brought you this. It's like, oh, brilliant. And then I just blacked out. I don't know what happened, but it was just smashed across the floor. God knows what happened. I don't know. Look, smashed it. Covers, they're still in mint condition. I've smashed the plastics around there. This went flying. So I don't know if I put it down and smashed it or it went out of my hands. I don't even know what I did. I just looked down and it was in pieces. So I appreciate my girlfriend buying me that, but I've completely butchered it within about 2 seconds of owning it. So far so good. But either way, I've been playing on it and I am very impressed. Normally when you play an old game, you play it and you enjoy it, but it's how you remember it, you know what I mean? You play it and go, oh, that's brilliant, because they don't make them like that anymore. But when you're playing Gran Turismo 2, it is like playing a modern game, but with obviously worse graphics. Normally when you play games, the graphics are terrible, but the gameplay is quite terrible as well, but that's a part of the charm, and obviously with advancements in technology, gameplay's got better. Whereas when you play that, it feels exactly like playing a modern driver, just with worse graphics. So I was quite shocked about that. I expected it to be really ropey, and it was just so smooth, and I'm very, very surprised. So I shall be playing that over the next few days. I've only just managed to get past getting my licence. In fact, one other thing is, I wanted to show you, which I thought was quite funny. For some reason, don't ask me, when I go to the bathroom I always have to take a manual with me because I read one. People read newspapers or magazines, I read manuals on the toilet. But nonetheless, I've just found this, which I thought was quite funny. It's how to play Gran Turismo 2. If I can get that. And they've got some nice, there you go. It tells you that the triangle button is a triangle button. The square button is a square button. The start button is in fact a start button. And it goes on and tells you every button that actually has the word analog on it is the analog button. So that's very nice of them, showing you what the buttons are, even though it's printed on them. So if it weren't for that, we wouldn't have known how to play the PlayStation, so thank you very much. And as I was saying, this was just about talking about games, and I've got a bit of a rant. It's only a tiny rant, something that's annoyed me, and I don't think it's going to annoy many people. I think a lot of people like it, especially Sinestastic. He's a big fan of it. And I will be a fan, but I don't like what they're doing. And that is Nintendo's handhelds. And to me, it feels like they are turning into Apple. Whereas, obviously, you've got the DS. And it's brilliant, don't get me wrong. And it was big and it was chunky. And then they brought the Lite out, which was fine again, because that's what most people do. You'll have your consoles, then everyone releases a Lite further down the line. But to me, that came quite quick compared to how long it takes consoles to do it. Nonetheless, that's fine, I'll take that, okay. And then the DSi comes out, and you're thinking, does it need a camera? And is the camera's not that great, and why are you selling this now with a camera? It's like you're just adding a little tiny thing. And then they bring out the XL with a camera, and you're like, oh, this is good. And you play with it, and it's better hardware now, you know what I mean? You can actually have good fun with a camera. So you're like, I couldn't understand why you put a camera into it. This is brilliant. And then they bring the 3D out. And obviously, don't get me wrong, the 3D sounds brilliant, and I can't wait to get my hands on it and have a play with it. And I'm not saying it's bad that they're bringing the 3D out, but it feels like the entire iPhone or iPod crap that Apple do, and I can't stand it. I do like what they do. All the Apple products are absolutely mint stuff, but they just drip feed you technology. They'll be like, here you go, here's an MP3 player, brilliant. And then a few months down the line, here's a camera. Well, do I need a camera on an MP3 player? And then you're like, well, yeah, of course I do, because then I can just take it out of my phone, take it out of my pocket, take a photo. And then they'll give you something else, and oh yeah, we'll give you a camera, but you can't record with it until you buy the next model. And it's just, I hate companies drip feeding technology. And I'm not saying Nintendo are as bad as Apple, because Apple are terrible, but I feel cheated by them, because you know what I mean, I've just spent a lot of money on this DS XL, and I'm not stupid. I didn't buy it and go, oh my god, there's a 3D one coming out, why didn't I buy that? Because I'm not going to buy a 3D one yet, because it's too expensive for me, and I'll get it a bit further down the line. But the thing is, I know this 3D one's going to come out, and then a bit further down the line there's going to be a tweak on it. There's going to be 3D HD or something stupid like that, and I don't like what they're doing. I like consoles because you'll have Xbox, and then years down the line it'll be tweaked to the Slim. And that's all you'll get, and that's why I like consoles, because you know where you are and it all works fine. And I'm kind of just put off by that, so I'm quite interested to see what everyone else says about it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not slagging it off. I think it's going to be a great idea. I just don't like the way they go at it. To me, they should have gone DS, big ass DS, 3D DS. They shouldn't have had all the ones in between, and that's what I'm not a fan of. So that's all I've got to say about that, really. And the last thing, really, is just more of anything, is a question. And it is, I've seen everyone saying the top 10 games 2010. But I've not seen many people talk about the games 2011, and I just want to know what everyone's looking forward to, really. I've got a few games that I can't wait to have a look at. There's Portal 2, first of all. Played Portal 1, thought it was fantastic. It was something completely different, really enjoyed it. For anyone who's played it all the way to the end, them credits are just absolutely amazing. If you haven't seen it, you won't understand why they're amazing. Elder Scrolls, the new instalment of that's coming out, and I'm really looking forward to that. Crisis 2. I know Crisis 2 gets a bit of bad rep just saying it's just a normal first-person shooter, and as a single player it was. But when I played the multiplayer, I was quite impressed by, it was different. It did feel like you was playing a different game. It wasn't normal capture flag, bang, bang, bang. They did bring something new to it. So I am looking forward to Crisis 2. These aren't massive titles, but the thing that I really can't wait for, and when I spoke to a few people, I think it's gone under a lot of people's radars, not many people know about this. I could sound quite stupid, you probably all know about it, but is Brink. And when I was on the Xbox once before, a few times when I'm talking to my mates and I've got nothing better to do, I just skim through the dashboard. And I came across a game called Brink, and I pulled the trailer down and just fell in love with that game. And I've been looking at it for the last year or so now, monitoring its progress, and it should be coming out next year. Rumour was it was this year, and even with that date I just laughed at it and thought there's no chance it's going to get released for this year. And then I was going to edit some footage on top of this, but to tell the truth, I'm sick of editing videos. It'd just be nice to just press publish at the end of this, so go and have a look for yourself. It's just called Brink, and all it is it sounds like there was like I can't remember if it's a ship or an island. Well, I think it's an island, and everybody was living there, and something's kicked off, and it's post-apocalyptic kind of style game, but it's done differently because for me it's the multiplayer, because I'm a big multiplayer fan. And that's what's going to sell me, because when you play normal games, people will play it to harvest XP. They will just go on there. If the game mode is capture the flag, but they know they can get more kills on it, they'll kill people on that and won't capture the flag because they know it's an easy way to get XP. And a lot of multiplayer games do that. Whereas Brink sounds like they've actually really thought about it, and they've changed the way it's all going to work. And what that is when you go into battle, you're going to have like a mission wheel, and we'll all get to pick missions. So if there's a wall, there'll be one person to blow the wall up, while somebody climbs over and captures something, while somebody else does this, and there'll be all the different missions. And depending what style of person that you are, you can pick your mission, and obviously harder ones will get more XP, but will be more rewarding to the team. Or if you just want to go and shoot people, you get less XP. So it's going to stop them bastard XP harvesters that ruin games, and be more for people who actually want to play the game for what it is. We want to do the missions, and it will reward them. So I'm really looking forward to the way that will work. And the other thing is, they've got a thing called SMART. Can't remember what it stands for now, but it pretty much is when you're running. If you want to go up, you don't press jump, or like Call of Duty, run up to it, press A, and then you climb over it. While you're running it, you'll just hold the SMART button, and the computer will automatically know you want to go up that, and it does like some parkour jumping. And at the same time, if you look down at the same object, it knows you want to skid under it. So now, instead of pressing all these different buttons, you just hold SMART, look where you want to go, and off it goes. So it's kind of putting like the best of first-person shooters crossed with like Mirror's Edge, a bit like Assassin's Creed, the way you can climb up things and stuff like that, and it looks very interesting. And from one of the videos I've seen, like you're shooting, next minute there's the tiniest hole, and a little bugger would just come sliding in on this side shooting people, and it looks like it's pushing games that bit further, because lately I've not seen anything mind-blowing. Like Call of Duty and Black Ops, I gave it a good review, but it's nothing special, it's nothing new. Battlefield Bad Company 2 to me was new, because blowing all these buildings up was just mind-blowing. I was like, here we go, we're getting a bit further with gaming. And then the next set of first-person shooters come out, and we've kind of gone backwards again. We're not doing anything. And Brink to me looks like it's actually pushing the envelope, and it's going to try and make gaming that bit much more better. So if you've not seen it, definitely check it out. And that's what I'm mostly excited about 2011, provided there's no more delays. So yeah, I just want to know what you guys are really looking forward for 2011, just in case it's something I've not heard really, and I can go and have a Google of it. And then also just want to know what your reviews are really about, your ideas are really about this 3DS malarkey that I'm not happy with. And just before I do shoot, I just want to say one shout out. I know I've said thank you to people at the start, but I've never actually picked a person's channel and says, go look at them. And this particular person I want to shout out is, it's quite simple to me when I look at some people's channels. Some people look like they're just talking at a camera and they get lost very easy. They'll just sit there and go, I've brought a game. And they don't look happy, and they're losing the lines. And some other people can just talk, and they look like they're interested in what they're talking about as well. And if they are interested in it, then you become interested in their videos. And that person is 8-Bit Goomba. When I'm watching his videos, it doesn't sound like he's bored talking to the camera, and that interests me. Oh, most of you people are like it as well. Do you know, don't get it wrong, I'm not saying he's the only person who sounds interested in his videos, but I just wanted to give him a shout out, because every time he puts a video on, I sit there and I quite happily watch it all, and never do I ever skip through his videos. So I just wanted to give him a shout out. Go and check him out, and I'm going to try and start doing more shout outs now, because I'm coming up to my 200 subs. I've been shouting out myself about 6 times now, and I've not started giving back. So at the end of every video, I'm just going to try and put one in there. And that's practically it, guys. So yeah, hopefully you see, got all the way through there without cocking my words up, and then bleh. But anyway, yeah, hope you enjoyed it, guys. And we shall see what you've all got in your comments. Cheers, bye.